There's a miniature golf course. You see the picture up there? There was a miniature golf course on the street here in town. And they have this giant hole where they had this big T-Rex, right? So this big T-Rex was iconic in Jacksonville. People loved to see it. They named him Rex. And when the miniature golf course went out of business, people were appalled. They would no longer see this giant statue. So even though the golf course went away and they put a strip mall there with a vape shop and a mattress store and an Asian food market, they kept the dinosaur, built a fence around it, and once again, we had merch. You can buy things in Jacksonville. Our jumbo shrimp had bobblehead nights where you can buy Rex, the dinosaur. I do want to tell you that we have a very good piece of news for you guys about that dinophobia. And that is, unless you go to Beach Boulevard, you are unlikely to encounter a dinosaur. There really is no chance that you're going to be scared about, no, please, no way, I have to shoot you away. Because we might have people here that are afraid. Is everyone okay? You guys okay? I just want to make sure everyone is okay. You're fine? Okay, I'm glad. Chorophobia. Chorophobia is another thing that, we want to make sure nobody is triggered by. I heard somebody yell out last night, or anybody out dancing, because that is the fear of dancing in public, and I just don't want anybody we have a lot of places in town. We actually have a lot of really great Latin dance places. So I just want you to know that if you stay away from those kind of places, you'll be fine. I don't want you to think you're going to get triggered there. We got you. You should not encounter anybody dancing. You'll be fine. You'll be good. Dinophobia, on the other hand, that is the fear of dancing in public with dinosaurs. And we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. So we're going to wrap up with one more fear. I think everybody has heard of this fear. FOMO, the fear of missing out. Have you guys heard of this one? See, I'm not quite done. I'm not quite done. I wanted to talk about FOMO. I really don't know how to yet. housework? Oh, your wife. There are a lot of jokes. I also have to say, from her. Don't miss that. All right, at this point, I would like to first of all thank you for helping me face my fear of public speaking and PowerPoint. No slides on backwards and forwards, so I'm happy about that. And it's time for me to introduce our next speaker, someone who has faced their fear, I don't think they ever had it in the first place, of getting out into our city one street at a time. Please welcome your favorite dinosaur of mine, Marshal Butler.
For Eden Kendall. It's warm, but it's cold here, so it's kind of nice. Eden, you forgot one fear, the fear of public humiliation. But in yesterday's morning session, I learned that it's being vulnerable that allows us to be innovative. And this is a very vulnerable moment, popping out of a giant inflatable T-Rex costume. But Eden, again, thank you for being with us today. I do have a gift for you. I want to give this to you. T-Rex merch. So I can't tell you how great it is to have all of you in my hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a proud Rotarian, but I'm also a proud resident of Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised here. I just love the city so much, and as Eden alluded to, I did start this crazy mission 6 years ago to run every single street in Duval County. So it's 840 square miles, 14,552 streets. People say, do you just run on the street? No, I run all the way to the end and back. It's cul-de-sac. I touch every square foot of that street. And I can tell you that what started out as a kind of a fitness mission 5 years ago has really changed me as a person. It has allowed me to see the things in Jacksonville that many people don't get to see. So you guys got an overview of Jacksonville. I can tell you that I know Jacksonville now in a very deep and meaningful way. And I can tell you as a Rotarian, it's very impactful. Because, of course, we love doing projects around the world, but it reminds us all that there are so many needs in our own community that if we really immerse ourselves in these communities, we can see the needs. You know, they talk about some neighborhoods, I've mentioned this to Jacksonville Sheriff's officers that I'm doing this, and they say, are you sure you want to do that? Because there are some neighborhoods that are known to be a little bit scary, a little bit dangerous. But I can tell you that for the most part, when you go into those neighborhoods, you see people are just trying to survive. You see homes that are well kept, they're neat, tidy, and they're just some bad actors that probably don't even live in that neighborhood that come in and cause problems. So for the most part, we see that people are just trying to survive. So it has allowed me this empathy to understand the needs of our community in a very real way. I see neighborhoods where you go in and it's a really rough neighborhood, the streets are bad, there's junk in the yard, there's tarps on the roof, and it's amazing because on the other side of the fence sometimes, I can see brand new homes that have just been built on that plot of land. So think about that, they share a fence, but they have life experiences that are a world apart. And it's those people that we can help. So Rotarians stand in the gap and provide the basic things in these areas that if Rotary wasn't there, those needs would go unmet. And so it's been a personal mission, but I encourage each of you to understand your communities, understand the needs, and find out how you can continue to make that impact that we know Rotary can in those communities. So that's my call to action, just really understand your city. But again, I love Jacksonville, Florida. I love everything about the city, and I'm 88% of the way through. Have to be done by next July 1 because I got a lot of work to do. Past President John Durham told me, he said, boy, you better be done by next July 1. You ain't going to finish that project if you're not done, but it's been great. Now, who's having a great time in Jacksonville? Awesome. Thank you for being here. Now, since we last convened in this room, we have had a very special person join us, and at this time, I would like to recognize newly recognize President nominee of Rotary International, Larry Lunsford. Larry's going to be joining us at lunch and giving us part of his vision for the future of Rotary, and we're looking forward to that session. However, at this time, I would like to recognize all past district governors who have served in the years 2013 to 2019. So as I announce the years that you served, please rise and remain standing.